ABC 27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, we say good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us live here on this Thursday morning. It is very cold out this morning. Temperatures actually dropped like they should have last night. We were a little milder. Excuse me. We are live here. I apologize. All of a sudden, the tickles got to my nose. Anyway, we are here live with you, and we are talking about the very cold air is in place. You know, the temperatures actually dropped significantly last night. We have some areas that actually got below zero here this morning. We're going to show you those, and then I want to talk about a couple of things. One is a bit of an uncertain snow forecast for tomorrow and an almost certain forecast for the weekend. That includes cold and wind. So let's get into things. Now, remember, if you want to come in and out of this conversation, that's fine. We post all of these to my Facebook page, Meteorologist Brett Thackara. Give it a like. Also, give it a follow. And you can get all of our Beyond the Forecast episodes on our ABC 27 News Plus app. It's a fantastic app for your smart TV devices, and we want you to watch it. So we're gonna dig pretty deep here in just a bit and show you some models and show you some confusion about tomorrow's snow because I myself don't have a good handle on it just yet. So we're going to get into all of that. But what we do know is that it is a sunny morning. Look at Gettysburg, looking very quaint and very nice. It is going to be a pleasant day despite the chill this morning. Some snow showers tomorrow could put down a coating to an inch. I'm just trying to decide if it's going to be a bit of a steady snow at times tomorrow evening, and you got to be a little careful when you head out, or if it's just going to be kind of a nothing burger. Not sure on that yet. Either way, it's not a big deal, right? But if it's snowing for 2 to 3 hours and you get a fluffy inch, I don't want anybody to be caught off guard by that. And then just a bitterly cold weekend. We have significant wind chills coming in for Saturday and significant cold that will last just a couple of days, but it falls right on the weekend. So lock yourself inside and watch the Super Bowl would be my advice because it's going to be pretty brutal. A nice scene here, a snow-covered Conewago Valley School District in New Oxford with beautiful blue sky and sunshine. It really is going to be a nice day, but these temperatures across the state now have plummeted. We are down into the low single digits in many spots, and we even had a 4 below reading this morning in Louisville, Perry County. This is a 15 to 25 degree drop across the region. That's significant, and we were warmer yesterday because we had clouds overnight, but this morning, my goodness, if you're heading out, you definitely need the real heavy stuff to put on because there's a frost too, so you might have to warm up your car. But skies are clear here across south central Pennsylvania. High pressure is in control. Just a few clouds coming off the lakes here, but for the most part, it's a nice morning, and I think it's going to be a nice day with mostly sunny skies. I also think we can get back into the low 30s later, so we should warm up nicely, and tonight back down into the teens with increasing clouds, and these clouds are going to be coming from a Clipper system. So let's track the Clipper now for you and show you exactly where it is because the Clipper system is up across the Great Lakes, and it is producing some light snow in parts of Michigan and Wisconsin and southern Canada, and it's disorganized like these systems normally tend to be. The question is, as it moves into Pennsylvania, will it stay disorganized and become even more disorganized, or will it sort of get itself together and produce some fluffy accumulations for us? Well, Precision Cast doesn't think much of this. You can see right now a sunny day is ahead. That's great. We expect that. As we move into tonight, clouds increase, and tomorrow will be a cloudy day. We await for the approach of this Clipper, and as you can see, sparse snowfall here, kind of a system that doesn't really have its act together. It moves out on Saturday as the Arctic air moves in, and Saturday will be a partly cloudy and windy day. But in terms of snowfall amounts, this doesn't have a lot, right? It has about a coating to an inch maybe in an elevated place like Tower City, maybe up into the Poconos, parts of the Schuylkill County region. But for the most part, this is not a snow event that, should get us excited. However, Precision Cast is not the only model we look at, right? That's our TV model. But let's dig a little bit deeper here. We're going to show you the NAM model because the NAM model does something interesting here. Let's take you out through today. This is today and tonight. Here comes the Clipper. It's getting its act together right up here in Michigan. This is tomorrow morning. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it is going to come in here. This shows maybe a little more organization by tomorrow evening as it starts to push in almost a line of snow showers and maybe some squalls with this. And it does have it going over the eastern part of the state, a little bit of a blob here. This is more than Precision Cast has. and then it sort of, exits here by Saturday with some really cold air in place. So I like to look at the model output of this, and what this is telling us is it tells us how much snow is going to fall, and this has it snowing steadily for several hours Friday evening into the overnight, and when we transition snow, if it's a 10-to-1 ratio, which it may be larger than that, you move the decimal point over here and you get 1.4 inches of snow. So is it possible that, as we move into Saturday morning, we wake up to a fluffy inch or two in spots? Yeah, I can't rule it out. I really think the disorganized nature of this is probably going to play out a lot like precision cast, and that means I think that probably we get totals that are not impressive, and we start to have things that look like this. Maybe an inch in spots, but most of us won't see much. But I also think it is possible that there are some areas that could get, a quick inch on Friday evening. So if you have dinner plans or you have plans to be out, don't ignore this system. That's my message, and hopefully things come into better fruition tomorrow. We should get into the low 30s today. I think we will be in the teens tonight and back up into the low 30s here tomorrow afternoon. That is the anticipation, but then watch what happens Saturday morning. Here comes this rush of Arctic air Friday night, and it looks pretty brutal here. We're talking about temperatures that will probably be below zero again, and I want to go back to the models here. Let's go back to that NAM model. We're going to try to check out our 2-meter temperatures here on Saturday morning, just so that you can see what another model has out. I'm going to drag this over to Saturday early in the day. Watch this Arctic front. You can see it. This is Friday night. I'm going to go back and forth. You can see this Arctic air spilling right down into Saturday. And the NAM here has similar numbers, low single digits throughout the day on Saturday. Pretty impressive stuff here. Pretty impressive stuff for Saturday. So let me get out of here now. And again, so the NAM is a little more bullish on snow tomorrow, maybe even a fluffy inch or two, than precision cast, but they both agree on the cold because they're Saturday morning. Both agree on how cold it is going to get. The other thing we have to look at, the winds. So the winds pick up Friday night, but watch what happens Saturday afternoon. There are going to be winds over 30 miles an hour. Winds could gust over 40 miles an hour. These winds are pretty fierce, and that means the wind chills are going to be fierce too. Look at Saturday morning here. We're talking about wind chill values at -10 to -20. Now, again, this is, at one given moment in time. It's not going to constantly feel like this, but look at these wind chill values on Saturday, and they're going to stay that way throughout the entire day. So it's going to be a brutal day. If you have to be outside at all on Saturday, you really want to dress the part because these wind chill numbers are going to be brutal. -10, here's the color map. It's catching up on us. The computer's slow today. The pinks and the whites indicate 10 to 20 below zero. It is going to be absolutely fierce come Saturday morning. So that's something to keep in mind. The extended outlook does show some storm activity next week, so let's break that down. It looks like Wednesday, Thursday time frame, there's a storm that wants to show some mixing here, maybe some sleet or freezing rain, and then it transitions to rain because, remember, next week we're going to warm up, and Valentine's Day there's a storm in several of the long-range models that could start as snow and sleet and transition over to plain rain. So Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Valentine's Day next week, a couple of storms showing up. Neither impress me in terms of winter weather, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So here comes this Arctic plunge spilling southward over the weekend, but it lifts out just as quickly. I think by Tuesday it's gone, and we start to see some of this moderation move in from the south, and that's why some mixed events to some rain events are going to be coming our way by the middle part of next week. I think 40s are on the table, especially just to our south. We can probably get close to 40. We'll see about that. Let me show you some of the long-range guidance here with our model blend. This looks realistic to me. I think we can get close to 40 leading into Valentine's Day. I'm not sure we can do much better than that. Now, the European, that takes us up to 54 on Saturday, which would be Valentine's Day, and it also shows temperatures getting close to 50 degrees in the extremely long-range forecast, where the blend, I think that's probably a little more realistic. Temperatures getting closer to normal next week, but not anything too crazy. Now, let's finish this up. We'll show you the forecast here. The 10-day temperature trend over the long range continues to look like, again, near normal next week, which is good. The weekend we obviously bottom out with over the next several days. So you can see it. We go from 31 today and tomorrow. The snow showers tomorrow may be coating to an inch, and then very frigid with very gusty winds here Saturday. 10 to 20 below wind chills. A frigid Super Bowl Sunday here. And then next week starts quiet and cold, but we warm up to 38 on Wednesday. And we've got the chance for a wintry mix over to rain next week, which will help with some of the melting. So that is a look at going beyond the forecast today. Hopefully we broke it all down for you. We're going to keep a close eye on tomorrow. If you do have plans tomorrow evening, I suspect there could be some snow out there. And then the very, very cold air that's here on Saturday and Sunday it's going to be tough to be outside, especially Saturday with those very gusty winds. That's the latest beyond the forecast. I hope you have a great day. Stay warm. I'm meteorologist Brett Thackara. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll talk soon.